key themes in Genesis 1 to 11. By Dr. G. John Daniel.
Section 4. 4. Unpacking theological tensions. 4.1 Sons of God in Genesis chapter 6 verse 2. Genesis chapter 6 verses 1 to 4 discusses marriages between sons of God and daughters of men, which were clearly not pleasing to God. However, the term sons of God has sparked debate. Does it refer to celestial beings invading earth, or perhaps to unions between followers and non-followers of God, or even an extension of the polygamy introduced in Genesis chapter 4 verse 19? Various theories have strong advocates. According to traditional Jewish interpretation, these sons of God are fallen angels, a belief also held by early Christians. Other scholars propose that they could be earthly rulers or virtuous men descending from Seth. Christian response. The varying interpretations point to a broader theme of divine-human relationships gone awry, requiring divine intervention. Whether one views the sons of God as angels or men, their actions contributed to a state of corruption that necessitated drastic divine action. 4.2 Extent of the flood. The primary reason for the flood was to wipe out sinful humanity, as explained in Genesis chapter 6 verse 5-8. A localized flood wouldn't achieve this objective. The prevailing interpretation maintains that the Bible describes a universal flood covering the earth and exterminating all life except for those aboard the ark. The Bible appears to strongly support the concept of a global flood. Alternative theories are generally based on external sources. When one examines physical evidence like rock and fossil records through the lens of the Bible, they align well with the scriptural description. Christian response. This points toward God's righteous judgment and the extent of human sinfulness. Whether one takes the flood to be local or global, the theological point remains God's justice can't tolerate human wickedness indefinitely. The flood symbolizes both judgment and a form of new creation, offering a second chance for humanity. 4.3 Curse of Canaan. Following the flood, God made a covenant with Noah and his offspring, vowing never to flood the earth again. Genesis chapter 9 verses 1 to 17. Although Noah lived 350 more years, little is documented except an incident leading to a curse on Canaan, Ham's youngest son. Noah became intoxicated and lay uncovered inside his tent. Genesis chapter 9 verse 21. The narrative provides no rationale for Noah's actions, which are surprising given his prior righteousness. While in this exposed state, he was seen by Ham, who then told his brothers. Shem and Japheth subsequently covered their father while averting their gaze. The curse on Canaan seems disproportionately harsh given that Ham was not responsible for Noah's inebriation. There's a possibility that sexual impropriety was involved since the phrase, "to see one's nakedness," can imply sexual misconduct. Leviticus chapter 20 verse 17. The curse might be fitting only if a more severe action than merely looking occurred. Canaan's line was later marked by sexual immorality, and it was Canaan who was actually cursed by Noah. Christian response. Noah's actions post-flood remind Christians that even the most faithful are susceptible to moral failings. The curse on Canaan suggests the far-reaching implications of individual sin, underlining the necessity for redemption.